September 6th and 13th, PSA testing at Napa locations Colbay and Phillipsburg. September 26th, Men's Night Out and Let's Talk About Sex 3. It's a panel discussion. September 27th, Men's Health Day screening at SMMC. The foundation strongly encouraged all men, especially those aged 40 and older, to participate in these events. Start the conversation with your family physician, learn about your personal risk factors, and commit to annual PSA screenings. As part of this year's campaign, the foundations will share on its social media pages a powerful video encouraging men to speak openly about their health and take action. The video features real voices and heartfelt messages aimed at breaking the silence around prostate cancer. You can watch the Start the Conversation Man Up Checkup video on the Facebook pages of the Positive Foundation and the Electrolytes Foundation. Early detection saves lives. Man up and check up. For more information, contact Mercedes Electra van der Waals Wyatt at 1721-523-7418 or Shelley Alfonso at 1721-580-9658. Since its inception, the campaign has provided free prostate specific antigen PSA screenings supported by a coalition of community partners, including the St. Martin Laboratory Services, SLS, the St. Martin Medical Center, Napa Auto Parts, Koiman, Picture This Studio, the St. Martin Lions Club, and Collective Prevention Services, CPS, and local churches. These partnerships have enabled hundreds of men in our community to access life saving screenings and information. Annually, the Foundation, in partnership with SLS, pay for PSA tests for 100 uninsured men. Our goal is to break the silence around prostate cancer, said Mercedes Electra van der Waals Wyatt and Shelley Alfonso, representatives of the Positive and Electrolytes Foundations. We want men to feel empowered to talk about their health, get regular screenings, and know that their well being is important. The regional impact of the Man Up Checkup campaign continues to grow, with Anguilla Cancer Society and the Golden Rock Cancer Awareness Foundation in St. Eustatius organizing a series of prostate cancer awareness events this September. These include PSA screenings, radio interviews, information sessions, community walks, and fundraisers, all aimed at encouraging men to prioritize their health. Positive and Electrolytes Foundations honor urologists at St. Martin Medical Center with a Man Up Checkup lapel pin. September is recognized as Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, a global initiative to spotlight the most common cancer among men. While prostate cancer can be serious, early detection significantly increases the chances of successful treatment. In St. Martin, the Positive and Electrolytes Foundations continue to champion men's health through their impactful Man Up Checkup campaign and break the taboos related to prostate issues. Launched in 2019 in collaboration with the St. Martin Medical Center with urologist Dr. Ramos and Dr. Rojas, the campaign has grown steadily, reaching men across St. Martin and expanding regionally to St. Eustatius and Anguilla. This year, the foundations introduced a Man Up Checkup honor pin, a new symbol of commitment to men's health and prostate cancer awareness. In a special ceremony at SSMC, in a special ceremony at SMMC, the first pins were presented to Dr. Ramos and Dr. Roas in recognition for their unwavering dedication to prostate health and early detection advocacy. Dr. Rojas and Dr. Ramos said, We are proud to be part of the movement that encourages men to take control of their well being. It is inspiring to see how far this campaign has come. Every year, more men are showing up for screening, asking questions, and taking action. That's the real victory.
In public, community, children, adults of all ages. This is the Department of Culture just reporting back to you after a wonderful and high energy, energetic, well attended, well promoted culture, sport, and health expo. I think we've been doing this now since 2018, the sport department a little sooner. However, we are consistent with bringing you a platform that showcases all of the fantastic, marvelous activities that are available here on St. Martin for parents and young people and seniors of all ages to engage with. This is for you to know who we are, what we do, not just us, but all of the various organizations, associations, everything from the creative industry and the sport industry and the health sector. We look out for information about your health. We provide platform for you to sign up and register for activities in sports and culture. So multiple engagements on multiple levels. So I hope to see you next year when you can come out from early in the morning and engage with multiple activities that celebrate St. Martin's high energy, wellness fair, culture activity, and sporting activity. So thank you for tuning in. Hope to see you next year.
We are here at the John Cooper Horse Lake Senior Ballpark for the 7th Annual Health, Sport, Culture Expo 2025. And we're talking to the head of sports, Ms. Janelle Richardson, who is going to give us a rundown of how the event turned out today.
Thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate it. You are here at the Health, Sport and Culture Expo, the 7th annual. We've been doing it since 2015, but obviously with all the different elements, we had some dud years. But today it's been a really great day. We had over 50 organizations from sport, culture, and health participating in the expo. We've had the public coming through, doing the demonstrations, participating, asking questions. This is a really great opportunity for all of the different organizations to showcase who they are. We even had Laser Hair Live to be able to give them a platform on the radio to be able to showcase who they are as well. So the whole idea behind this activity is to bring awareness to what's going on in St. Martin, whether within culture or sport or within health. We really want to showcase what's happening on St. Martin, and this gave them that platform to be able to do that. So we're really happy with how the day has gone. We're almost to the end of the day, and we're gonna look forward to next year and the years to come. But thank you very much to all of the organizations who participated this year. Thank you for your participation. The general public who came out, thank you for coming out as well. This is also for them, obviously, for them to know what's happening. We had people coming for the diabetes testing, the AIDS testing, collective prevention services were here. Basketball were here. A whole bunch of the guys were on the court right here. Sailing, fencing, swimming. There were so many different organizations. The National Cultural Parade guys were also here, so they did a parade here on the field to showcasing all of their wear. We had a Zumba class, we had a yoga class going on as well. So yeah, it's been a lot of stuff, a lot of activity here at John Cooper Horse Lake Ballpark, and we're really grateful how it's turned out.
Okay, how about the police challenge? How did that go?
Whoa! So there's quite a few people who did that, young and old. I was, as a matter of fact, trying to convince my colleagues to join me in doing it, so I might just do that before the end of the day.
Okay. What is next for the Department of ECYS?
So within my ministry of ECYS, you have the Department of Sport, obviously. This is the last activity for us for the year.
What about the Pelican Awards?
Well, we're not going to host it this year, unfortunately. But my colleague, Clara Reyes, in the Department of Culture, she'll be putting on the SAGE Awards for the cultural icons within our community. So we'll definitely look forward to her event. But this is the last one for the Department of Sport. I think it will give us an opportunity for the rest of the year to really, think about what next for us, what we want to do, because we want to get into the planning already for 2026. So that will give us the opportunity to do that, and we're looking forward to it.
What about, are you planning on adding, can more people participate in next year's? Because every year it gets bigger and better?
Yeah, so the idea is to be bigger and better every year. This year, for the first time, we were collaborating with Collective Prevention Services to involve them, although we've been involving the health sector for a few years now. So the idea is for us to go back to the drawing board this year. My colleagues are actually doing a stakeholder survey as well, so that we can kind of gauge what the sentiments are coming from the stakeholders that have participated over the years and who participated today. We want to get their feedback as well so that we could better plan for the next time we have the activity, because we want to make sure that the purpose of it is always relevant, that the people participating, whether the public or the stakeholders, get out of it what they feel is best for their organization. So so we're going to go back to the drawing board, and we're going to see how we can make this even more bigger and better.
Thank you, Ms. Richardson.
Thank you very much for having me.
Are you SXM insured? Do you have a valid medical insurance status? SXM is cardless. Request your My SXM account today and enter the virtual office of SXM. Go to sxv.sx and sign up now.
SXM, yeah. Your social and health insurances.
24/7 TV programming on www.stmartinmediacenter.com, SXM Daily News, PBS NewsHour, Now You Know, Com programs, documentary, entertainment, sports events, Saturday children's hours, religion programs, and movies. Click on SXM TV broadcast to see your favorite programs.
That members of Parliament have raised still some concerns regarding the application of the turnover tax on fuels supplied to the NVGB. This matter could directly, of course, affect the cost of electricity for every household and business. Today I will provide, in short, clarity based on the law and verified evidence. First of all, fuels sold to GB are TOT exempt under Article 8, Paragraph 7 of the National Ordinance on TOT. This is not just theory, it's what happened in practice. The exemption prevents unnecessary cost increases from being passed to the people of St. Martin. Clarity on this matter ensures that debate is guided by facts and not misinterpretation. First of all, I would like to show a correspondence that I requested actually from the CEO of the SOL, from Sol, in a correspondence dated August the 25th, 2025, Mr. Robert Jan James, General Manager of Sol Antilles NV, confirmed directly to the Prime Minister that Sol does not and has never charged TOT on fuels sold to GEBE. That is an evident document about the involvement of TOT in the selling of fuel to GB. The email explicitly cites the exemption in the law. Secondly, because of this still ongoing discussion, I approached the harbor of St. Martin, and in an invoice number 86250-963, dated May, for example, 9th, 2025, from Port St. Martin for consignment, including fuel oil for GB, in a transaction of 1,750,000 shows throughput fees applied, but no TOT on this line item. You have to check it because I think something is wrong with the projection. This proves in practice, I hope it will come back on the screen, this proves the practice that no TOT is also levied on GB's fuel shipment. The moment that this technical problem is solved, I hope that we can still project this invoice for everybody to understand that there is no TOT levied on GB fuel shipment. Madam Chair, with your permission, these documents will be shared with the Honourable Member of Parliament for the record. Addressing the claim raised by a Member of Parliament, the claim that TOT was charged on fuels delivered to a GEB is thus incorrect, and as I have stated previously in this Honourable House, there is no TOT involved in the sale purchase of fuel once it's destined to generate energy. The law provides the exemption. Sol has confirmed it in writing, and the harbour invoices reflect this in practice too. Madam Chair, other topics that have been discussed, for example, the concession fee. We have had an extensive explanation about how the whole deal about the concession fee towards the government is organized. And with this matter clarified also, I hope that I have given the last time that I was here an extensive explanation about the pressing issues and items concerning GEBE. And of course, I'm looking forward to any questions or any comments from the honourable members of Parliament.
Well, Madam Chair Lady, if we were on the Maury show, the reply to that today would be, that was a lie. Before me, I have a report from the Integrity Chamber dated December the 3rd, 2023. This report, if for the listening public could remember, elections were in January and in 2024, so about a month after or before this report came out, and we're going to discuss this report. And there's a report from PwC, also on GBE, with a lot of recommendations. Madam Chair Lady, I am extremely happy that the Prime Minister made his presentation and that we actually had time to sit down and go over the presentation, and I could cross-reference with the two reports. Now, Madam Chair Lady, I do not want to discuss what is happening today. I'm going to let my colleagues go over that. What I want to talk about today is somewhat what was done before and how we got here. What were the recommendations? And if anything was done to remedy the situation. So I'm going to ask the Prime Minister some questions, hoping that I do receive these answers and we could find a way to eventually solve the problem in its totality with GBE. So again, most of my questions, the sources are these two reports, If the Prime Minister does not have them, I know he could request from the Secretariat for them, and he would be able to go over them. So, question 1. What steps has the government taken to ensure that GBE implements a code of conduct, complaint procedures, and a confidentiality policy as recommended by the Integrity Chamber in its 2023 report? Has GBE appointed a compliance officer as urged by the Integrity Chamber in 2023? If yes, when, by whom, and what are the officer's duties and reporting lines? Has GBE appointed a confidential advisor to assist with the internal issues as recommended by the Integrity Chamber in 2023? If so, who was appointed and what are the qualifications, their qualifications? And all these questions are stemmed from recommendations in these reports. Government has initiated a dismissal procedure against the Supervisory Board. Is this a direct enforcement action following government's concerns? What enforcement mechanism has the shareholder instituted to ensure compliance with GBE's governance policies as identified as lacking in the 2023 Integrity Chamber report? And I say this because you are now faced with a court case that costs government or will cost eventually monies. If this was dealt with before, we won't be here today. Question 5. GEBE held a legendary customer service retreat in late 2023, focused on emotional intelligence and communication between the recommendation of the Integrity Chamber. Has there been an evaluation or follow-up plan? Concerning board appointments, why have we no transparent criteria for appointing GBE board members being developed and published as recommended in the Integrity Chamber report? And if that is so, if maybe the Prime Minister could let me know where this was published, because I have not seen it. Were recent board appointments at GBE made through a merit-based, criteria-driven process? And is yes, I saw that this was done by BDO, but where were the criteria published and who eventually approved the appointments? In other words, this remains politically influenced, and in a few years, we will be here again. Question 8. So what reforms has the government enacted to reduce political influence in board appointments at GBE in line with the Integrity Report's findings? The Integrity Chamber noted lack of expertise in board appointments, and PwC emphasized need for strategic and technical skills. What qualifications and expertise do government GBE board members possess, and how do these align with the concerns raised by the PwC in their report?
SXV insured? Do you have a valid medical insurance status? SXV is cardless. Request your MySXV account today and enter the virtual office of SXV. Go to sxv.sx and sign up now.
SXV, yeah, your social health insurances.
24/7 TV programming on www.stmartinmediacenter.com, SXM Daily News, PBS NewsHour, Now You Know, com programs, documentary, entertainment, sports events, Saturday children's hours, religion programs, and movies. Click on SXM TV broadcast to see your favorite programs.
This bell is not an easy bell to ring. I wouldn't be surprised if Bustamante rang this bell. But I carried the symbol of the party today because it is such a historic moment that this is a victory for our founder, Bustamante, for Sir Donald Stankster, for Hugh Shearer, for Edward Philip George Thiago, for Bruce Golding, and I want to invite Mrs. Carla Siaga to just come and acknowledge the moment and take a bow to the crowd, because all of this Mr. Siaga still, well, he must be happy. So, Desmond, just, you are only allowed to hold the bell temporarily. Do not ring it. I have a few things to say early on. Firstly, let me thank the thousands of Jamaicans who prayed for me personally and who prayed for the government and the country. I want to thank my wife and one of my sons is here, Adam. Come on, guy. Of course, the superwoman. And my mother. I want to thank them personally. I mean, you know, a political campaign, sometimes, you know, when they see the personalities, they forget that they are human beings with feelings and emotions, and they can be objectified. It's very difficult, but I want to thank my family here and abroad and all over who have withstood a tremendous onslaught, but they never gave up on me or on the people of Jamaica.